Good evening, race fans. Welcome back into another edition of the NSRL, but it is the Monday edition. We are here for the O'Reilly series this evening. First time we've had the opportunity to do this. Here with my co-commentator in the booth, as always, Art. How we doing tonight?
I'm excited. You know, a new track for us, I believe. Had to actually buy it just
Buy it
30 or
earlier
so minutes
today.
ago so that we can even be here to participate. You know,
They called us
we're here on
over.
Monday night now.
It's Monday Night NASCAR, man. It's Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Wars. But yeah, a good bit of you. We've seen a good bit of the drivers in the Monday Night series as they race the trucks on Tuesdays. We're familiar with a lot of names, but not all of them. So we're going to see a lot of new drivers on a brand new track, brand new series. Here tonight for the Focused Health 250, the third race of the 33 season O'Reilly series calendar. Race information tonight is as follows. 2 laps of qualifying to set the field for the 65-lap main event. Stage 1 at the conclusion of lap 20. Stage 2 at the conclusion of lap 40. 3 green-white checkers, 4 total tire sets. Estimated fuel run of 28 to 32 laps. And 0 fast repairs for these drivers. Last time I checked, there was 44 people in here. O'Reilly only takes 38. So, we're going to send 6 people home. It's going to be road course qualifying. So some people might not even get a lap in. I mean, it's going to be difficult here this evening to make the show. We got a lot of fast drivers out here this evening. Got the overlays working, man. We're back. We're in our prime again. We're so back. So
Professional.
I'm excited. We got the driver box here, man. The guys that are already on part of Tuesday night should already hopefully have a number. We're on a part-time basis right now for the Monday nights, hoping to do more. But we got most of these guys set up. So some will have custom numbers, some won't, but we'll get everything ironed out over the next couple of weeks, get the full quality that the Tuesday night series has brought over to Monday nights. And I didn't think, because the truck field was right at capacity, but it never tipped over just yet. And I was like, oh, we're going to COTA. Like, the trucks are going to Long Beach tomorrow night. We don't have a full field as of yet, but it's getting there. And these suckers brought 44. So I was like, I don't think I need to make my DNQ tracker, but yeah. Yeah, I do.
Are we going to get COTA Yawn as the first things in chat? It's COTA. It's on iRacing.
We got right turns. This has been a while for us, but we'll get it twice this week. So that'll be good.
And also, these drivers, they don't have to worry about car costs. They don't have to worry about getting in a fight after the race. I don't know how clean the O'Reilly Auto Parts series is here for this series, this league. And the braking in the big uphill into that hairpin, we see it in real life.
Central. It could get ugly. So we're on board here with the 70 machine of Elijah Innes. He set the early pace in practice by about half a second. He was very quick. So we'll go on board with him, let everybody, this track's new to us as well, so. You see here, he's fighting the car. He was the quickest by far, so. And he's still wrangling this thing around into the stadium section on his first lap. Works through 13 and 14, heading down to turn 15. And you watch how he takes turn 15. This is a treat, man. As he's sliding through, that actually is probably going to be an off track. And he'll reboot for a second lap. Well, so he's actually not going to reset. You don't have time to reset, honestly. So he's just going to line it up and get it going. Brett Bennett, first man across the line. Brett Kingcott, second across the line. And a massive gap, as you can see there. The first two were about 3 seconds separated. Let me do this. I forgot about that. We copied over some of the style rules from the Truck League, and those guys may or may not be going home, but I do not want to give that impression, so let me get rid of that right now. And that didn't break anything. Okay, good. We had problems. I don't know who's going home yet. I know we got the points, but I don't have it automatically linked 1-to-1. It's like, oh, this guy's below the top 30. He hasn't raced yet. Essentially, you want to be 30th or above. Just to give yourself a shot. But Aiden Kirker, 140.41 in the 76 machine, currently the time to beat. Works through turn 8. That's carrying a lot of speed through turn 8. That's where a lot of the momentum setting you up for the second half of the lap's going to come from. A lot of heavy braking zones here. Circuit of the Americas, NASCAR West layout. We're not running the full thing like we did for a couple seasons. I'm kind of sad, man, that long back straightaway into another heavy braking zone. But most people are already out on track trying to qualify.
They only have 10 minutes.
You get 2 laps in. Aiden Kirker, the time to beat, currently 6.5 tenths over Zach Lindgren in the 85 machine. Jared Wishin rounding out the provisional podium. And there's Elijah Innes slotting into P2, 140.5, bringing that gap down. You can see it's 8.5 seconds to Chris Claude down in P30, now P31. Second lap for the 76 machine, and he is not able to improve, 140.6. Let's go down towards some of the guys on the bubble. Mike McConville, currently 28th. We know how his woes with road course racing. He's be the first to tell us. But look, that's gotta be an off-track, dog. There's no shot. There's
Four tires off track.
There's no shot, bro. Just park it. Couple of guys below. Here's the 95 of Corey Burkert. He's currently P33, a 151.99 second lap. Looks like it's gonna stay the same. 34. Here's Steve Herring in the 98 machine, way off track there. Do we have a track map? Probably could add it real quick, but might be worth a look. But I mean, there is just a lot. I mean, it's one. No disrespect to Steve Herring whatsoever. I mean, it's just the reality of a road course. Like, he is 22 seconds behind Aiden Kirker in the 76. And that's just how it goes sometimes. If you haven't been here, but you're trying to make sure you can run for points, and so you don't have to worry about it, then I understand. You look at P30, it's 4.5 seconds off the pace. Richard Pruitt, 12.6, and he's a regular on Tuesday nights, fairly competitive truck. Chris Claude, ever consistent. I mean, he's 6.7 off. I mean, it's just a road course. It is a very technical one at that, through the S's. Got to be willing to risk it. Got a bunch of off-track second lap here for Herring. And he improves by 2 seconds, 2:43. Here's Zachary Vaughn in the 91 machine. Completing his first lap, 147.30. Drives it a little bit deep there through turn number 1. Jeremy Brown, P8, on his first lap, coming to the conclusion here of his second through the final corner, 141.5. So a top 10 time on lap number 1. Can he improve, get up into that top 5? Brockton Packard just finished his second lap. Improvement for Jeremy Brown, but does not improve his position. And John Wilco, Brandon Muir, Blair Kneebone, Rich Jet, Zach Osborne electing to not qualify. They don't have time to get a lap in at this point. So they could potentially be falling back on points, the lot of them, and bump some of these guys out right around the bubble. I said it's 30th minimum, but even P30, if you're not locked in on points, will not be good enough. We will rely on the wonderful work of the league admins, owners, Chris Claude. They will, unfortunately, DNQ a few folks, and we'll find out with the rest of them who does not make the show, hence the 5-minute warm-up time. Vaughn will complete this lap with about 30 seconds or so to spare. Blasting up to the front stretch to the big uphill. Last car timed in qualifying. His first lap was a 1:47.3. He improves one position. 1:46.8. We'll see if that puts him in the show. Aiden Kirker, your pole sitter here this evening, 1:40.41. 10th and a half over Elijah Innes. Only 5 drivers within a second of pole time. And 20 seconds nearly on the dot. Down to 39th place in Steve Herring. Let's do a little warm up with them. They got 5 minutes. And we'll actually just... So Steve Herring, Corey Burkert. Let's just bring this up. Qualify. Results. And we'll kind of read this out as they DQ more. Steve Herring did not make it. Corey Burkert did not make it. 37th and 39th, not able to fall back on their qualifying, or on their points based on their qualifying times. Aiden Kirker, your pole sitter. And been rounding out the top 3.
2 did so far. Are disqualified.
So we got to get to 6 because we had 40. What did I say? 44.
44. Yeah.
And so we're taking 38.
Oh, next one up was Keith Black.
I think in the 87 machine.
All the way up in 33rd.
33rd, 146.1. So we got 3 more to go. The kind of the cut time here once it goes to the next page. It was a 1:45.020. Ron Fitting in 30th. But if anyone is below that in points, and there's Jeff Carson. 32nd. 1:45.488. Will not make the show this evening. So there's 4. And you gotta respect it. I mean, you come out here, you say, hey, I'm gonna at least attempt to make the show. I appreciate the effort from these guys. I hope they stick around to watch the race. I hope they chime in and have some fun with us, but it is cool to see like a full league, full turnout. Ron Fitting, so he qualified P30. We just mentioned it. He was on the bubble, but some guys below, potentially the Backroom Motorsports gang, Rich Jett, John Wilco, falling back on their points. Ron Fitting will not make it tonight in P30. It shows you how tight it is, how competitive it is. And let's see. We should need 2 more, but obviously they have to go through and say, all right, this guy's 28th. Where is he at in points? Dan Morgan will not make it this evening. And he was P29, so they're just bumping the guys off. Ron Fitting was 30th. Dan Morgan, 1:44.9, so the bubble time moves up. Aaron Mack, 28th, 1:44.497. Now the bubble time. Aaron Mack, hopefully he is in on points. Let's go. We can hide the results here just for a second. Let's do this. Championship standings. Do this. Send data. And let's do something like this. Championship points. We'll just go to around P30. Alex Prince in the last man in on 26 points. So Aaron Mack, I believe, we just mentioned it. I think he might be headed out, potentially, based on what I'm seeing here. He is below the top 30 in points. Go to the next page. Who else we got? Potentially in trouble. Jeff Carson, Steve Herring, and those are the only guys with points, so I don't see Dan Morgan listed, so he's trying to make his debut tonight. No points to fall back on. Obviously be a little bit more difficult. But as the grid time yes, they're good. Oh wait, did I miss it? 1, 2, 3, 4. I did miss it. My apologies. Steve Herring, Corey Burkett, Keith Black, Jeff Carson, and Ron Fitting, Dan Morgan. So that is 6. So my apologies.
Yes.
To Aaron Mack. I didn't see that. All right, there you go. There's your 38 car field. And you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the drivers that got in did not elect to set a qualifying time. Brandon Muir, Rich Jett, John Wilco, Blair Kneebone, Zach Osborne, rounding out this field. And that's the tough beat. You look at Dan Morgan, the fastest of this bunch. His practice time was a little bit quicker than all these guys, but they're able to fall back on those points. So if you're 29th, you're right on that bubble. You just don't know. That's the privilege that top 30 in points provides.
They're rolling. We got the Porsche pace car now.
Porsche pace car. All right, got the road course pace car.
So I don't know if we get that in the usual NASCAR.
So it looks like we got 35 on track. 36. Brandon Muir going to start from pit road. And Alex Princeton, Richard Pruitt, don't know where they ended up at. Supposed to be 2 more, so that's a bad beat if you get DQ'd and they don't fill the field up. But let's see here. What's the best way to do this? Back to 35. Championship standings out of here. There we go. There's Richard Pruitt and Brandon Muir. Championship points will disappear on their own here in just a second. But Elijah Ennis, Aiden Kirker, your front row. We'll reload it if it doesn't go away on its own.
We've got a straightaway to make some picks to win here, bud.
Give me Aiden Kirker. He's a pole sitter at a road course. He's probably pretty quick.
Give me Jared Wishon.
You have it. Here we go, down into turn number 1. I think the rear chase is the best way to display this. Let's see if anyone sends it from 8 rows back. We're already looking 3 and 4 wide. They'll mind their manners.
Ooh, almost a car going around. Or 4 or 5 wide in some areas. The points are stuck on the screen.
All right, let's fix that then. Where's my reload? Get into all this. There it is. Bada bing, bada bing. All right. But Trent Curtis up 8 positions. There it is. Get rid of the championship points the hard way. He's up 7 positions, battling away for 8. Alongside of Gavin Fitzgerald in the 69 machine.
Ooh, we've got action around here at the back. believe it's Mike McConville involved. It is going to be Mike McConville. And Yarnell. Oh, does McConville just send it up the inside? Man. Oh no, the 80. I think the 80 gets it into the back of the 55 a little bit.
Look at some big movers here. Ethan Ball up 6. Brady Young up 5. This field works to turn 16 for the first time at speed. Aiden Kirker, Elijah Innes. The top 6 all unchanged down to Jackson Sims. Jeremy Brown up 1. Walker Thomas up 3. Brad Peters down 2. Sylvain Jolie rounds out the top 10. A good spread there, obviously amongst the top 10. As things start to spread out a little bit, the guys a little bit further back kind of be at their own pace, especially on a road course. And it's more so just trying to, you know, limp it around at what pace you can keep it on the racetrack as they work here through the S's. That's a cool shot right there. Closest battle on track, it's going to be Aaron Mack and Nick Hansen as they work through the S's. 31 machine gets around the 99 of Nick Hansen in the appropriately branded O'Reilly machine.
Going through, you know, the cars here, you know, towards the back. Claude Furlan has quite a bit of damage to that rear bumper.
Ooh, near contact between Sylvain Jolie and Trent Curtis. Curtis continues his charge. He was able to dispatch of Gavin Fitzgerald and Diego Rodriguez.
Well, I believe Richard Pruitt is already done. Blown engine in the pit lane.
Crash and a jump to pit lane. Let's take a look here at what happened.
One, or did he just never get going?
He got going. He started from pit lane. Oh no!
No.
The money shift. Down into turn number 1. And that'll be his night done. Brett Bennett, Ethan Ball going at it on the front stretch. Here's Rich Jett, Nick Hansen going at it. Looks like Hansen's going to pull over to the left a little bit. Rich Jett into the top 30. Further back, Chris Claude, Nathan Yarnell, trying to get these new names out. Yarnell takes the position. But it is comfortable for Aiden Kirker up front, 1 second over Elijah Innes. Half a second back to Zach Lindgren. Been closing in now on Innes. We saw him get a little wide there, entering the stadium section. Back into that a little bit. Top 6 still all unchanged, though. Look how much runoff they're able to take and not get that off track. F1 fans in absolute shambles.
A little battle here between, I think it's Ethan Ball and Zachary Vaughn.
So to the final corner, Gavin Fitzgerald, Brockton Packard going at it. There's Vaughn and Ball. They work through 15, headed down towards 16. 96 machines got the advantage. Played Henderson to pit road early.
Looks like quite a bit of damage on that car potentially.
This, I bet, is a bit of a planned strategy because Nick Hansen is in. And they...
I'm gonna say it's definitely not. I mean, it might be, but he also ate the outside wall. There's a caution. There's a caution.
Brandon Minto. has crashed. And we're going to have to take this opportunity while it's under caution to fix some of these graphical settings. The 69 around, 12 back into him, and they cause a bit of a track blocker right in front of the 42 machine.
Oh, man.
So let's do this real quick. We got the caution is going to take a good bit. Let's fix this real quick and lower some of these settings so we don't have any further issue. Right back. Won't miss a thing in green. Alright. We'll see if that fixes it. Hopefully it does.
We just weren't expecting, we're not ready for 38 cars.
I kind of just didn't assume the graphical load of, COTA at, 38 people. That's on me. That's my mistake. And it still feels kind of choppy. iRacing's dumb. It's like, oh, I want to go from 1 to 3 in terms of quality, but it doesn't. You have to leave 3 to nice. We'll see. We're down to 37. Richard Pruitt blew a motor, shifting into turn number 1. Under our most recent caution, Nick Hansen, Elliot Henderson, and Brandon Minto all on pit road, trying to get that damage buffed out. A spin through turn 7 right after the S's led to a bit of a track blocker. But the caution was thrown. Aiden Kirker, your leader, has led every lap thus far, all 5 of them. Light's still not out on top of the pace car. So we had a time to do a graphical reset. We were good. Missed nothing. You see there, Elliot Henderson been on pit road for about 2 minutes now. About Nick Hansen is pushing 7 minutes, and his timer has disappeared, as has Henderson's for receiving more than 2 minutes. Let's see if we can spot any damage. I remember you mentioning it on his way in, and there is a good bit of right front damage on that 03 machine. Started mid-pack, but now down in 36th. See, I told it to V-Sync. I said go to 60, and it didn't want to do it. What's the point of telling it to do something? Quick calibration, graphics, balanced, V-Sync, whatever. Forming up 2x2, crossing the start-finish line. Lights are off on top of the pace car. Elliot Henderson, Nick Hansen going a lap down. Rich Chet, John Wilco, Brandon Muir. They could pit on the 1-to-go lap pretty easily. Not a problem. Top off with fuel. 28 to 32 laps. It should get you pretty easily to the stage end. Tomorrow night we go from COTA, middle of the country in Texas, to Long Beach, California. Truckers, because we don't have a St. Petersburg track, I don't believe, yet on the service. Another first-timer for Art and myself.
The track I gotta buy.
We thought pace laps at super speedways were bad.
I mean, this is up there with the iRacing Super Speedway.
Yeah, this is,
if not worse.
Our leader ran a 3-minute 10-second last lap. So that's where we're at.
I think those iRacing Super Speedway lap times are up there. Man. Where's the super short version of the track? So they just cut their...
Seriously. COTA, yes, it is in Texas. I believe Austin, Texas.
It is in Austin.
Circuit
they do love showing
America.
They love showing Bevo when they do the races here. Big fan.
There it is.
Hook 'em, baby.
You know what Oklahoma doesn't have? A racetrack. This magnitude. Tell you what, Aiden Kirker, that reminds us of good old buddy Scott Warren with that 76, doesn't it? Looks just like it, actually. It does.
Name I haven't heard in a while. Yeah.
The blast from the past, the nostalgia. So I'll say this: at 50 miles an hour, all the cars bunched up. It hasn't freaked out yet, but if they go up to 100, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here. I hope, I hope we lose. I don't have to reset it. Here we go. We're about to find out. Please work. I'll spend the tax refund on a new PC. Here we go. It's got to be an eternity here. You don't want to jump the start. You're waiting, you're waiting, you're waiting, you're waiting. Green flag back in the air. We're underway.
Oh, there's big checkup. Yellow flag is out. Oh,
immediately.
Oh, no.
I saw the hood up and everything.
I feel like the yellow came out before anything bad happened, but then, like, the bad still happened.
Is that Daniel Moynihan and the Dunkin' Donuts 53 machine? And somebody just blew a motor. It was probably Nick Hansen, though, on pit road for 10 minutes. We said it was a long run-up. Where did he end up? On the, I guess, the right line, and you call the outside, and... Oh, trouble. Oh, my goodness. Looks like Sylvain Joly maybe missed a shift. Back this up. He was sitting there in P10. No, it actually was even in front of him. Not the 17 machine of Wishin that just does not go. The 26 machine of Jackson Sims launches almost in unison with the top three. The 17, I mean, he doesn't even, like, that's just a bad start. It's not necessarily a missed shift or a blown motor. He just didn't go.
Gets caught lacking.
He just got caught lacking, and they just bam, 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 bam. All the way back to poor Daniel Moynihan. He was right in the middle of the pack, so he's going to get hit. He's going to run to the back of Diego Rodriguez. The 02 machine going to run into the back of him. With Matthew Dare, that is. Matthew Durr, excuse me. But look, I mean, because especially you're a little bit more strung out. You just come off the last corner. You're not fully within one car length of the guy in front of you. And you got time to build up speed, and look at the gap between the 08 and the 21. Here comes Moynihan, has no idea that they're not accelerating. Matthew Durr has no shot. There's the 80 machine getting a piece of it as well. Ross Brockman. See the hood up on the 02 machine. I mean, that's just not what you want to see on the restart. Did a decent enough job avoiding that, though, did Brockman. Able to not hit the back of the 02. Gets a glancing blow from the 53. On board here with Durr. And the poor 53 already had damage. He gets the rear tires with it on. I mean, look how suddenly it just like that. He can't see. That is insane. The hood eventually flies off. Just a massive checkup here for our second caution. I don't know why it says third. We weren't even here. Oh well. What does it consider? That's 2. Interesting. I wonder if when I just reconnected it was the third. They gotta catch the pace car. Like, they haven't even caught him yet. There's the pace car. Doesn't let me do rear chase off the pace car. I'm a bit sad about that. But there's your race leader, who now picks up the pace car. It's just him. He's 8 seconds in front of Ennis, and the rest of the field all spread out. And the pits are apparently open, because we got a whole host of people. Caution was good news for Elliott Henderson. He was able to get a lot of damage fixed, and he's only 1 lap down. And he'll be the lucky dog recipient in 10 laps time if nobody else puts themselves a lap down under this caution. We unfortunately do have the lap down cars. So it's going to go by another time. Brutal. Got 65 laps here.
Hey, once these laps start churning, though, it'll be over in no time.
I'm surprised that they throw a caution as liberally as they did on the road course. The second one I fully understand. The first one you could talk me into. Not expect. I was gonna say in my pre-race analysis, like, oh, we expect 2 cautions, with what we're used to seeing on Tuesday nights. That has not happened just yet. Moynihan looks like he'll put himself a lap down with damage on the right, the back, and the right front. So put himself 1 lap down. Diego Rodriguez looks like he has mainly disconnected. Check out what happened there. He gone.
I was gonna say when we were, viewing the replay of the incident, I'm surprised more cars didn't jump to the outside to try and avoid it. I feel like people just started packing in. I think as a driver, you need to be a little more aware. You should be able to tell that the car in front of you is not going.
Well, that's the thing. When it's literally, what is it, 19 rows? I guess now probably 17. You're row 8. You're not really worried or concerned. Like, oh, row 2 didn't go. You have no idea what row 2's doing. I don't know.
I guess I'm just so used to the, I was gonna say the Super Speedway restarts, but even then they get dumb.
We've seen plenty of laughable Speedway restarts.
My favorite was at the non-Super Speedway of Atlanta.
I remember that one. That was... Lights are actually off on the pace car this time by, so that's a good thing. All 10 laps still have been led by Aiden Kirker in the 76 machine. Elijah Innes keeping him honest. Several drivers with double-digit positions gained. There's still plenty of time left in this race. We're gonna have a 10-lap, I guess you call it a sprint, I don't know. At the end of stage 1 here. And this is really, this is the polar opposite of what these drivers have dealt with the last 2 weeks. Obviously, Daytona, of course, to open the season. Then you go to the Super Speedway Light, that's Atlanta. And you come to the Circuit of the Americas. And it's just, it's not Watkins Glen. It's not the Super Speedway of road courses. It's COTA. 16 turns, heavy braking zones, uphill, elevation changes. And it's a whole different ballgame. Let's go. Watch, just kind of, we'll be on Ethan Ball in the 96 with the blimp cam here. We're back underway.
They went early.
They went earlier that time, probably to spread the field out.
So we're making no mistakes this time.
Down into turn number 1, looking okay. Sylvain Joly a little deep into the corner. But overall, that's way better than what we've seen some of the real-life guys do. We've just seen them like, hey, I'm going to use 12 tires to turn. The 70 machine had a look It actually put him offline for the second half of the S's. Now under pressure from Zach Lindgren into turn 7. All single file for the most part. Everyone minding their business. I think there was one double wide there through 7. Zachary Vaughn there getting around Jordan Smith in the 29 machine. So once they get going, they end up okay. Back from the 76 machine. 70's lurking. Wishin's trying to make a move on Lindgren in the 85. Got Bennett all under pressure from Bradley Gunn. What a name that is. 42 machine.
Based on that spelling, I wonder if there's any relation to, the Guns of WWE fame.
Two Tuesday night regulars going at it. Sylvain Joly, Gabriel Lafreniere. Really cool. Oh, big move there from the 06 to the inside. Gonna side draft them back. Yes.
See
Here
how
comes Ethan Ball. I think Sylvain Joly realized what was going on there, and he said, all right, I don't want to do anything too crazy. 06 goes straight on. 96 goes straight. 08 couldn't take advantage.
Oh, no.
Lafreniere nearly into the gravel trap, and the 08 right back through. Ball, thank you very much, he says. 2 for 1.
He managed to go out there. He left some tire treads in the gravel.
He did actually make it to the gravel trap then. Here's the Mike McConville. Nathan Yarnell, Gavin Fitzgerald making a move there. On the outside of the S's, good move there from Gavin Fitzgerald. Puts him up into the top 25. Things will happen very quickly. So, there's nobody battling on track, but all it takes is one person to miss a corner, like we saw with the 06, and he loses 2 spots. But he's right back onto the 08. He felt like he was a little bit quicker. He's taking a peek here to the inside. Ethan Ball now sideways. And here comes Joey to the inside of the 06 trying to fight back. Ross Brockman comes on through. Ethan Ball falls back to 15. So these guys have been swapping positions this whole lap, it looks like. Let's go blimp cam as they go through the 13 and 14. Lafreniere hanging it around the outside. Through 14 into 15. Going to drive it in deep. You can use a ton of runoff there. Here comes Brockman in the 80. Lafreniere looks to have the move done before we get to the front stretch, and he should, hopefully, have a more measured braking point into turn number 1. Let's find out. He's got a whole host of others behind him. He's well and truly clear. Sylvain Joly, can he get it woed up? Oh, that's a lot of pressure from Bradley Gunn. They all make it work. Ball still a little wide. Little wiggle there, but they're okay for now. Gap up front, 0.7 of a second, but Elijah Innes fastest man on track. Last lap and overall.
That's going to be fun when they really start getting a battle.
Look at the interview. P24, P25, closest battle on track will go to it. Mike McConville, Aaron Matt, Gavin Fitzgerald. So that'll update. I mean, it's kind of just whatever. They're not spread out enough yet, but the plugin still works. So there you go. We can kind of find the action spots on track a little bit later once things get spread out in the final stage. But it has taken us to this battle right now. Gavin Fitzgerald. That's Princeton. We see him on Tuesday nights. And Zach Osborne in the 16 machine going at it. Conville. Going to give up that spot to Fitzgerald. It's all right around the top 20, top 25. Kirker extends his lead to 1.5 seconds over Elijah Innes. Top 6 still unchanged. 26 got a little bit of damage for his troubles, though. Still holding strong in 6th. It's just a beautiful shot as they work through the S's there. That is fantastic. It's almost hypnotic, really. Left and right, back to right. Biggest mover thus far is actually the man we're watching, Zach Osborne, plus 17. He started all the way down in 38th. Did not set a qualifying time, fell back on his points. Started right at the tail end of this field and is approaching the top 20. Claude Furland, another Tuesday night regular, just ahead of him.
Another big move in Zach just ahead of him, and Zachary Vaughn up 11.
Good night for the Zacharys thus far as he works into the top 20 from the 30th position. Only 3 wide here is Moynihan. Getting in the mix. He had decent speed. He's up inside top 10. Just outside of it when that incident occurred. 02 machine inside the top 30 without a hood. Not much more you can ask for right now. He will get a chance to work on that car. We have a pass for P2. Finally, first position change inside the top 6. Let's look at how Zach Lindgren got it done.
I wonder if there was an incident between, like, Ennis or Lindgren, because they have both fallen off of Kirker by a lot.
Or 70 went super wide into the final corner, and the 85 said thank you very much. So now things that we've gotten more than 5 laps under our belts since the restart. You take a look at it, and already 10 seconds back to Trent Curtis in the 51 machine. And they're sliding around, it looks like real good. Looks like Brad Peters was thinking of a move to the inside there on the 67 machine. He'll hold serve for now in 10th. Jackson Sims under all sorts of pressure from Jeremy Brown in the 46. There's another one of our Tuesday night regulars. Like Blair Ebone had an incident. Just through turn 8, gets the right side in the dirt. And then what happens? Under braking in the Tim Hortons machine, just has a little half slide. He'll keep going. No issues there. 70 machine under more pressure. There's Jared Wishon, and then Brent Kingcott. Battle inside the top 5 on board with Kingcott here. The 82 machine started 5th. That's where he runs. Lindgren tries to scoot away just a little bit. Leader still within sight, but not by much. A little wide. The handling looks to be falling off that 70 just a little bit. Further back on board with Claude Furland as he was a little wide through turn number 6. Excuse me, that's turn number 7. Here's 8. Trying to keep the right sides out of the dirt. At him, Zachary Vaughn, Brett Bennett. Jordan Smith around right in front of Vaughn. And he's going to get hit from behind. Collected. Yellow is out.
Man, these are some... I don't want to say soft yellows, but it is kind of soft yellows.
Because they weren't like this in the trucks specifically, but I guess with a larger field, they feel an obligation to throw it. But let's see here. 29 machine, we were right on board with them when this happened. 29 goes a little deep. The 90 goes deep, gets him spun around. 91 stops Claude Furland into the back of both.
I mean, they both got it whipped around. Like
90 machine
I
there. Brett
I
Bennett.
both get it and don't.
Yeah, he comes in there way deep. I know the 29 misses the corner, but yeah. They all missed the apex there. Every single one of them did not hit that apex. 91 tries. I mean, 91 does a good job of stopping, but unfortunately, not a whole lot can be done there. Going around that corner, let's take a look. From the blimp cam, you get a good view of this.
You see all of it.
And he comes way in there. Everyone's locking up. Tags the 29. Everyone makes evasive maneuvers just before that. Let's take a look here. No, that's the one we just saw. Blair Kneebone. And then we had Aaron Mack take a little venture. It's a little half spin, and he just rights it through the grass. And just before that, does it count? Okay, it counts it as two separate. Just to double check there. Nice move there from Moynihan. He's a lap down, but he should be back on the lead lap now.
I wonder if this will count as our stage.
We'll be very close to it.
They do run quite a few caution laps.
And really, you're not upset if you're Aiden Kirker. You're going to get to the stage either way. It just kind of makes it a formality at this point. They've completed 17 laps. Like we got some. Yeah, they're going to take this opportunity to pit, so they are treating it as the stage. It is a free stage win for somebody if they want it. They are not. Oh, wait, they retroactive it, don't they? They do. Yeah, there's no need. Unless you're Brandon Minto. He's going to stay out and get all this track position. And he'll be the leader of this race. Matthew Durr, Gavin Fitzgerald also going to stay out. But they made pit stops just before this, actually. Minto had pitted at lap number 9. Here you go. The crawl off pit road. And looks like everybody was 4 tires and fuel. Probably some repairs for a host of others. And Moynihan should be our lucky dog. And they got that 53 fixed up pretty good. O2 machine still doesn't have a hood, but he says, I don't need one.
Who needs aerodynamics when you're turning left?
I mean, he started 15th, so he's got, I mean, as far as a road course is concerned with 38 people, he's got, you know, serviceable speed.
And if we do keep dropping, like, people at spots, if the cars run and let it run.
Absolutely. Race of attrition has claimed Richard Pruitt, Nick Hansen, and Diego Rodriguez. So 35th plus is up for grabs. Corey Burkert, Ron Fitting, Keith Black, Steve Harrington, Morgan, Jeff Carson did not make the race on time. This is our 3rd place car. If Tyler Reddick can win Atlanta, no right front, Matthew Durr can get a good finish without a hood. I'm not going to say win because obviously Aiden Kirker looks very, very, very good. And normally when we go to a road course, we find out who that person is very quick. And they tend to run away with it out front. And while the whole field fights for, you know, just survival, staying on track, everything, and so on and so forth. Is it going to be a one-lap sprint? No. Because this will be lap 18 completed. Or lap 19 completed, excuse me. So then the next lap, at the end of lap 20. So I'm pretty sure they'll backdate it to when the caution came out. Aiden Kirker should be your stage winner. As they go double wide here. So 19. Yeah, this is lap 20 and it's under caution. So they should, at least what I believe they have mentioned is that they backdate it.
I mean, we're going to be going green on a lap.
Like this is the end of lap 20s. So I've asked McConville about it. Let me go find it. That's what they've done. He told me at one point.
Well, I mean, we will see. We're either going to go green, and we're going to start stage 2, or we're going to immediately throw the caution again, and we get another like 3 or 4 laps under caution.
I'd hope not, because this would actually be nice to get the full. Like it actually works out because you get the whole of stage 2, assuming a caution doesn't come out. Let's see here. Or the third option, right? So they either, they come across the line and throw the caution, which that's the dumbest one, and they don't normally do that. But I forget, and I have to write this down, is if they backdate it or retroactively apply, oh, caution came out stage 17, where you were on stage, or lap 17 is, where you get your stage. Or if you just come across the line in 10th right now, if you get better acceleration, you get the stage. But I'm pretty sure when the caution comes out is when they freeze the field. NASCAR, I don't know what NASCAR does. I can't keep up with it.
It's gonna be a restart for the ages.
It should be normal though. They should just go back and apply it to. Yeah. As far as I know. I was actually able to find the rule. If a caution comes out before the stage break and we will be going green on or after the scheduled stage break lap, we will call the stage at that point. It is backdated to lap 17. Aiden Kirker, your stage 1 winner officially. And he's in a tiny, tiny bit of little traffic here. He's on the outside. Going into turn 1 up the big uphill.
The big uphill.
Big uphill. Heavy elevation change. And here we go. Back underway. I feel like you have to do blip cam, honestly.
That's what I do. But I mean, I also.
Oh, Minto defensive. American flag in the way. Beating and banging.
Go for it.
Kirker right through the middle, 3 wide. He'll take second. First should be a formality at this point as they all just kind of squabble. Let's see how quick he can dispatch of Brandon Minto. Through the S's. Turn 6 into 7. Going to take a little wider approach, try and carry a little bit more speed, and he is all over Brandon Minto.
Ooh, we got cars around. One car around. Like, we're going to stay green, maybe? We got multiple cars around, just in different spots.
We got problems. Where are we at here? See the smoke?
Wait, 55 was around. Other cars going again, so
We're all see. I'm curious on how the cautions get determined and all that. And Kirker does
Well,
take
both
back
of
the
those
lead of the
were
race. Minto
si
holding on to
single
second.
car incidents there.
O2
So I think
machine
it's
holding on with no hood. He's back to 5th, but dropping a little bit. But I mean, he's got some separation, right? He's 5 seconds ahead of 12th. Like, he's up there. If the car's got any sort of speed in it, and not entirely broken. Look at this mess. What do we call this? The battle from 20th to 30th, 15th to 25th. Rewind there. There's Claude Furlan taking a peek on Alex Princeton. Jackson Sims, here's the 67 of Walker Thomas. Wishing is into the pits here, under green.
My pick to win.
Let me just say that Aiden Kirker pick just doing wonders for me.
You picked the guy sitting on pole, man.
Listen, it's a road course. Why would you not?
Fair. I mean, you picked first. I had no choice.
Elijah Innes back down in 23rd. Started outside pole and trying to cut his way back up through this field on the outside of Claude Furlan. Now he'll have the inside for the next S. Put him up in 21st. Good move there.
69 machine almost goes around Gavin Fitzgerald fighting a loose race car. Minto was kind of stacking him up. Not as fast as, the drivers behind him want to be going.
See how much speed the 70 can carry here. Oh, 67 nearly into the grass, and 70 carries a good bit of speed here. And into turn number 9. Put him up to 20th, 2 spots in the first half of the lap. Sylvain Joly a little bit out of position. He was running up in the top 10 earlier. Here comes Innes to the inside, but he's going to be stuck on the outside for the next sequence of corners. But he's got a really strong car. Sylvain Joly known to kind of understand the situation he's in. Hanging on, but he's going to be on the outside now. Make that 3 spots for Innes. He should complete pass this time by.
Lindgren able to make his way up to P2. Fighting to get around Minto.
Into P2. 82 machine taking a peek, though, uphill. And here, even further back, here's Gavin Fitzgerald. Big send into turn number 1. Big send from Gabriel Lafrene. Nearly contact May with the O2 machine. 42 goes a little bit wide. It's going to allow Zach Osborne to close right up as we look further back. '26 onto the 91. Wishing on pit road. He's been there for a minute. He's got a left front knocked out of place there. I don't know if that's going to be toe or what happened there. But Aiden Kirker is gone. Minto back down to 5th. The O2 back down to 9th. As they still have a lot of work to do on that O2. But still in the top 10 as it stands, so. Jeremy Brown on Brandon Minto. Works his way up to the top 5s. I'd say moderate damage on the nose of that 46 machine. Is now Packard attacking onto Brandon Minto, who pitted on lap 9, so definitely older tires onto the 12 machine. He's going to hold the inside here. Can the 49 get a good run on the exit of 16? Yes, he can. Let's go on board here with Trent Curtis. Should be more confident on the brakes than Brandon Minto, and that shows it. Look how much ground Lafrene closes up on Minto even. Trent Curtis around the outside. Lafrene closing in. Conville wide. Elijah Innes through up to 17th. Jackson Sims up next in 16th. He works his way toward the top 15. Brett Bennett, the trip to pit road. Ethan Ball also on pit road. Look how much more confident he is on the brakes. 70 machine. He's just picking them up one at a time. I'm going to catch a train here, though, in just a second. We'll see how that impacts it. Ethan Yarnell around outside of, I believe that is turn 9. Falls back down to 30th.
I've been jumping around trying to find just anything of mild interest. See, battles, 2x2s, stuff like that. Throwing the camera preset on, most exciting, and it'll just jump me to cars by themselves, slightly off track.
They're not where they're supposed to be.
Oh, this turn 1, La Frene. He loves a big send.
67, able to outbrake Zach Osborne there. Here's Elijah Innes, nearly got into the back of Osborne as he joins the party. LaFrene was able to get around Brandon Minto, so drivers that are 1-2 are now 9-10.
It's a battle through the S's with Gavin Fitzgerald.
They're still going at it. Brockton Packard, a little bit of contact there through 7. Side by side through 8. It's not what I would have expected. Fitzgerald has to yield.
They're side by side through the S's.
69, easy on the brakes. Here comes Packard.
Oh, they're 3 wide behind Link.
Oh, good block there, but he's going to go straight on. 42 straight on. Here comes the 80 right through the middle, and Osborne tries to gas it up. He wants to be a part of this. Throttled up just a bit too early. Brockman tried to go 3 wide. Now he's off track a little bit. 42 Bradley Gunn went straight on through turn 9. Here's Elijah Innes just licking his chops. Everybody's wide. It's a scramble behind him. There's Moynihan back up into the top 20. Sylvain Jolie also working his way up. Innes up to 13th, so makes it a little bit easier when everybody's just kind of, oh, look how wide he gets forced by the 8. He's going to have to come back on track. 3 wide, 42 a gun. Big send to the inside. 70's wide. 80 through the middle. Here's good stuff. Leaders are out. The leaders are all checked out, man. Just y'all have your own fight. Have fun with it.
There've been 3 wide.
This is going to be good. 26, big send, big send. He comes to a near stop. Here comes Osborne right back into the fight. This is good, man. This is fun. Hayden Kirker update, 4.5 seconds. He's clear. Lindgren's got 2 seconds back to King Cott. Jeremy Brown got a second on Fitzgerald. Trent Curtis under a little bit of pressure. But here's where all the fun's at, man. Right here, top 15. A little bit further back, you got Rich Jett, John Wilco. Jordan Smith, 29 machine. There's Elliot Henderson back on the lead lap. Car mostly fixed inside the top 25. Just go cockpit here on Zach Osborne as Bradley Gunn somehow back to the front of this group, even though he's straight line turn 9. McConville super wide. Moynihan into 18th. Sylvain Jolie around the outside of McConville. Can he get the crossover? It's there if he could throttle up. Now McConville's on the defensive line. Can Jolie do the crossover here? White. Osborne a little wide into the final corner. Put him side by side with Moynihan nearly. Actually, McConville's going to get him. Osborne's well up the road. McConville will take that spot away. Further on the charge up front, Elijah Innes has finally caught up to the next group. It's Matthew Durr with no hood, so Innes going to make quick work of it. He's going to want to around the outside at turn 7. That's not going to work. He'll focus on the good run through 8, nearly into the back of the 0-2. He should get him under braking into turn 9. He has 3 seconds up to Walker Thomas in the 67, who's putting the 05 of Brad Peters, Brandon Minto, under a little bit of pressure. But overall, you'd say as Moynihan takes a little bit of an excursion through the grass.
I think he might have got a penalty. There was a big slowdown there.
Conville back through, the 80 back on through. Vane Jolie, Alex Princeton in the fight now. Claude Furland in the background. Rich Jett, Jordan Smith, Aaron Mack. And this next group even battles literally for 30th. Chris Claude and Blair Kneebone. Battles all over this racetrack. As Jackson Sims now passes the wounded 0-2 of Durr on the big uphill to turn number 1.
Be watching Sylvain Jolie
Zach
trying to get around
Osborne.
Alex Princeton into turn 1.
Oh, man. That was close. It's like if you make the big send and you pinch yourself so low, it's like you have to come to a near stop to turn it. You put yourself at such a disadvantage if you're not clear. If you're clear, you can just park it on that apex and say, all right, it's my spot. But if you're side by side, you're actually going to get a terrible run off. Put yourself under a lot of pressure. Here's the 85. Oh, what happened there to Lafrene? Oh, that's a wheel failure. Oh, you see that. That's a hardware failure. Oh, my goodness. At least he was able to stop. He can reconnect it and get going. McConville way wide. But now it's fully to the left. It went fully to the right. Now it's back to the left, and he's going to reconnect it.
No, yeah, he's still here. He's backing up. He's good to go.
Looks like he'll get back in the fight. Just watch out there for Nathan Yarnell. But that could not have been a fun feeling in the car. Let's take a look here. Having to reconnect that, but take a look here. Something. I mean, that's a weird one. I honestly want to take a look at this.
Oh, he's still having issues.
Yeah, it was like glitching off of turn 8. Like, look at that. Right back. It did not look smooth and yanking to the left. Up. And turn.
I think he might be out of this
Oh,
race.
my goodness. Yeah, just look at that. I hope his hand was not on the wheel. But he has eventually towed to pit road.
Yeah, no, he got going again, and it drove straight off the track.
I hope his hand. I honestly hope his hand wasn't on the wheel because that just looked painful. Zach Osborne right off the track. Sylvain Jolie takes the spot that way. Moynihan and Bradley Gunn going at it. Moynihan back to where he started, and those rear tires were off the ground. And he's putting in a heck of a fight. Pit crew did a great job. The 0-2, I mean, he did not hit after that incident, so he's going to hopefully get a good bit of work done under. I mean, you can get a lot of time in the pits under yellow, and they can fix most of that, and he should have some good speed for the stretch run here.
I mean, based on his strategy, though, is he going to pit and take that time? He stayed out to get track position, and he's been able to, like, he's 13th right now. He might lose a little more, but
And you
if
look
he
at
can
it,
keep
because
up
he's
this
what?
pace,
Yeah, he's running 143s. I mean, the guys behind him really won't catch him. That's Elijah Innes, excuse me.
nah, he is a bit slower.
146s, which is, I mean, yeah. If he can just be consistent, he'd get a top 20. I mean, he started 15th, so it's kind of like, hey, you don't want to lose spots from where you started. What can you do on that aspect? Elliot Henderson continuing his charge from 25th now to 22nd, putting Claude Furland under a little bit of pressure. Rich Jett has caught this group. As Osborne's sliding a little bit here, but considering he was the last man in the field, anything is an improvement from where he started. Gonna fight back here on Henderson. That's a big old send there. But again, it compromises the exit. Comes Rich Jet. One of my favorite plugins, now that everything works, you just take a look at Osborne's chart. He's kind of just been up and down. Slow crawl up there. Lap 22, he kind of peaked. And it's been a slow grind back a little bit. Elijah Innes will have a fun one to look at. Obviously pitting at the stage. No longer pit stop and just trying to climb back up. Still not where he was pre-stage, but although he is back into the top 10 and closing on Walker Thomas. Any Aiden Kirker fans out there will appreciate this timeline. Nearly every lap led, 6.5 seconds out front over Zach Lindgren. Curtis been a steady move up front. Moynihan has been a big climb back up inside the top 15, all as low as about 35th. He's had a remarkable recovery in the second stage. As things have officially kind of hit that spread out point, you would say.
I was gonna say, are you gonna bring up the action tracker?
We're gonna almost have to here in a little bit. A lot of cars within 2 to 3 seconds of each other. But here's our closest battle right here on track. It's about to be a three-way fight for the 8th position as Innes closes in. He was about a second quicker last lap than both of these guys. Up over the curb, a little slide. Works through 13 and 14. A little bit up the road, Brockton Packard's putting Fitzgerald under pressure as they go in to turn 16. Let's see here, can the 67...
Ooh, we're gonna have Claude Furlan going around. Gonna nose into the outside wall. He got turned.
43 machine. This was coming into turn 11, I believe, off the bumper of Elliott Henderson. Gets it going back down to 27th. Sylvain Joly, big send. 80's gonna fight back. But Sylvain Joly makes that big dive bomb work, gets to P17.
Brockton Packard
Makes that move out of turn 8. That's an interesting way to make that move. It gets around Fitzgerald. And there's obviously the original battle we were watching. Machine's got 4 targets right in front of him, and he had fallen back to about that 3rd, 4th spot. Obviously, as Lindgren was able to make a move and under pressure from King Cott and Jeremy Brown a little bit by the end of stage 1. His progress a little bit stunted right now, but he's had to work those tires hard, and he's trying to slide all the way around this racetrack. But he's got himself back into the top 10, has a stage point to his name right now. Oh, sideways through turn 16 there. Back end nearly came around on him.
Fast is loose, loose is fast.
05 going to be looking for a move here. Fitzgerald takes the defensive line. He'll hold the 7th position. A little bit of a slide there for the 64 coming out of turn number 9. He gets back going and continues. '49 was able to get around Fitzgerald, but he has not drove away.
Honestly, just inviting more cars into this battle.
All the way down to Elijah Ennis, and even Jackson Sims is in this a little bit. Gabriel Lafrene has...
Oh, there's going to be contact. Packard's going around.
Oh, and we had more... Oh, my goodness. With multiple... cautions, not cautions, but incidents at once, and Packard able to make the pass, but goes wide, and the 69 says thank you very much, and everybody scrambles. And he spins it right back around, and he'll probably remember that one, if I had to guess. Just gets a little bit out of the groove, tries to, I mean, he's making that wide apex back in there. 9 just tags him. 05 goes on through.
Yeah, if they're able to, you know, get to the next stage, and then also if they get near each other, you can take that shot back, and there's not a, you know, big risk of retaliation unless he waits for you.
Packard only down to 11, so that's, I mean, that shows you the gaps. He lost 8 seconds to Fitzgerald there, and is only down to P11. So that shows you how spread out things have gotten now. Brockman runs wide. Princeton through to 18th.
Well, want to give a shout out to the guy who, once again, brought us into the league. Known road course disliker. Not that fast on him, but currently top 15 for
This is like
Mike
a
McConville.
career day for Mike McConville on a road course. Like, unironically, the best we've seen.
Oh, wow. He hits the wall, yeah. Man.
Yeah, but the 70 machine has been kind of bottled in here. But the good news is he now has the track position for Stage 3. He's already up here. Does not have to pass as many cars at the start of Stage 3. But although I will say, like, it's not... Aiden Kirker's got him covered tonight. He's getting the 2023 Max Verstappen treatment. It's like, okay, checking on him. He's still going. His engine didn't blow. He's going to win the race unless something crazy happens. Right now we got 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and Jackson Sims has joined the party with all the squabbling that we just saw. If I pull up the action tracker, P11, P12, 8, 9, 7, like it's all right there. As Packard has closed back in on Moynihan somewhat as well for another close on-track battle. Machine looks like he had a little incident going off track again, but he's able to continue. Cars in one piece, except for the right rear a tad bit. Factory Vaughn's going to come in and pit here for his second stop of the evening. Not a whole lot of off-tracks because of the liberty that they get from COTA. They go super wide, and it's hard to get an off-track. At that point, you're wrecking anyways with most of the off-tracks that we see. I guess you can get somewhat egregious through the S's probably, but I haven't seen a whole lot of that. Your leader has no off-track, second place, no off-tracks, only one off-track inside the top 5. It's Jeremy Brown, who runs 4th. gun goes a little wide. Princeton goes through to 17th. Arnell a little bit wide there through 9 himself.
The action just stays around this, like, 7th place, 6th place.
Just go
Just right here by
cockpit
Gavin
cam and
Fitzgerald.
just see what happens here. Fitzgerald, this is literally 6 to 10. Trent Curtis closing in on Jeremy Brown about 8 seconds up the road from that battle. But all the action's right here as we wind down stage number 2. And if you make a mistake, you're going to lose 5 spots. 70. I think his tires are shot almost. Here's a big move from the 26. He's going around. Does not collect Innes.
I mean, honestly, what a
going.
save. I mean, he lost it, but he saved it.
He does not lose
That's
a
big.
position. And he does not. He locks it down a little bit, does not collect Elijah Innes, who I'm sure will thank him for that. Thank you very much, as they're going a little bit wide there. And he only lost 2 seconds from that. And Innes is stuck behind this battle, nowhere to go.
Yeah, as long as he can maintain.
But he's got 7 seconds in the bank. He's got the 1 stage point. He definitely wanted 2 and probably some more. 05 is way out there. 67's going to take advantage. 70's thinking about it. Big move there into 16. Tires are shot. Longest green flag run of the night. 26 making a bobble there. He'll rejoin the preferred racing line down the front stretch. Uphill to turn 1. Is anyone going to make the corner? Walker Thomas looks like the fastest bunch of this group simply because of his consistency.
Brian Elijah Enos has been caught up in this for so long. Qualified, P2. Not able to make his way back up there like Kirker or Lindgren.
But when we take a look at his progression chart a little bit, he's had to come from way back in the field, stage 2. So he's about maxed out his potential. He's just been very.
But it's not
careful.
like he's not catching these guys,
He caught
he's
them
right
and
here.
then got
He's just
stuck.
Yeah.
You can tell.
They're about to.
There's a 64 machine. That is Blair Kneebone.
Stuck in.
And he's just trying to keep it between the white lines as best he can. He's got a top 30 for his troubles. He's had a couple incidents, mostly just kind of little half spins or running off the track a little bit, trying to stay out of the way. He's in the top 30. He's gained 8 spots. Car's mostly in one piece. He didn't wreck any of the top 10 drivers there. Let's take a look at, so we actually got some people pitting now. The 70 machine, they're going to pit before the stage, or they're going to flip the stage. Actually have the road course strategy. So Jackson's, they've been almost identical. Moynihan's been a slow progression up, so these 3 all just been climbing back up. Obviously, you look at this, and it's just domination for Aiden Kirker. Lost the lead on the sequence of pit stops at the end of stage 1. Even Zach Lindgren, pretty consistent in the top 3. Brent Kingcott has been 3rd since the restart, essentially. So very consistent up here inside your top 5. Trent Curtis is really the first one to mix it up a little bit. Started 19th. Get a little bit more guys pitting and whatnot. But I love that. That's a fantastic use for the broadcast, and we'll have to link in and give the guy that made it credit if you're interested in that for your own broadcasting purposes. Great tool. So pits, are now closed, so nobody else can enter without penalty. He's so far away, right? Like, for those, only a couple guys are able to take advantage And to just show you how fast these guys are, they come in and pit under green, and they don't fall out of the top 20. Jackson Sims, they both pitted there on lap 37. Matthew Durr pitted on lap 37. So yeah, he came in under green, and he's going to want that track position again. He says, I don't need a hood. I don't need it. Walker Thomas a little wide there. He thought he had it through one. Fitzgerald fighting hard to keep the position.
I fully believe Aiden Kirker could have pitted from the lead and come out at worst P3, maybe P4, like in that battle for 5th there. Like,
why not get you a stage win? Because nobody else,
yeah.
like, in this situation, there's no need for him because only 2 guys, Elijah Ennis, Jackson Sims, and maybe Matthew Durr will cycle through. He doesn't need to. He's going to come out 4th. Oh, we got problems. That is the 10 of Chris Claude around in front of this group. Hang on to your hats. 67 finally takes advantage. Oh, Claude back up the inside.
They're going at it. Again, all the action has been around Gavin Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald tried Fitzgerald was holding on so well. Thomas finally able to get through. Let's see how aggressive Brad Peters wants to be on this final lap.
Racing there through the grass. I think he's going to be aggressive.
Can he get on that quarter panel? He's going to be in the draft. Like, you actually have a little bit of a draft effect down this long front stretch.
These drivers,
he's looking at the inside.
Really racing for the full lap because Aiden Kirker's going to be so
far
ahead.
You got to make your move now. 69 way wide, and Peters will take it.
Oh,
no, he won't.
They're still going at it. Peters also got loose. There was just contact.
Yeah, here we go. He's in the stadium section. He's about to put Yarnell a lap down. Let's see if he has any mercy. I don't think he will. Why would you? Chris Claude is really hoping he does. And honestly, he could show some mercy. Yarnell, let's see how hard he wants to fight for this. One more corner to go. And he actually looks like he's going to hold it. Chris Claude, he's a great guy. The second he crosses the line, he's throwing the yellow, though. He's like, let's make sure.
Oh, we might see another... Oh, no! So close. This battle back here with Peters and Fitzgerald.
So Aiden Kirker wins the stage, but does the 05 keep it?
Yeah,
no. All right, let's take a look.
It's going to be Fitzgerald. The caution comes out as...
He's lining up the sand. He's going to the inside. Oh, yeah. Like right...
It's going to come in like midway through the apex. Like right here. It's out right here. Oh, man.
Good. Well done for going. Let's back this up, actually. Just, 60 cautions are forever. Back it up. He has the move done. Like, 69 overdrives a good bit. 05 accelerates. And right there, he just gets loose. Right as I click off, he slides it sideways. A little bit of contact. Nothing intentional. Guy's just fighting for it. And Nathan Yarnell was able to hold his position on the lead lap. So Chris Claude says, thank you very much. Back on the lead lap. Kirker cut him a tiny bit of a break. Tiny bit. Through the last couple of corners. But why push it and make somebody mad that you don't have to? In fact, he made more people happy. Yarnell gets to stay on the lead lap. Chris Claude gets his lap back. Where Kneebone is now the first car 1 lap down. So, I mean, it works out for a lot of people. Makes several guys happy. Oh, that was good. That was a great stage.
Definitely tops stage 1 for us.
And it's going to be about 20 laps again by the time we cycle through everything. It's going to be similar length We're going to go 65 laps here tonight. Obviously, we got to catch the pace car, so that's 1 lap. Then we're going to open the pits and the lap cars, and we're going to recycle, and then it'll be similar length. It's a tiny bit longer, but not by much. Fuel will not be a concern. And everybody should be in minus Jackson Sims, Elijah Innes. That should be it. Maybe Zachary Vaughn stays out. He pitted at lap 34. He could get a wave potentially. Everybody should be in. Pace car goes on by with nobody to lead. Somebody just hit the wall. I think it was Brockton Packard on pit entrance. Here goes Elijah Innes. Way down there. There goes Jackson Sims. And all the way down to the end of their box. Looking like 4 tires and full of Sunoco Racing fuel for everybody. Why not? Kirker, then Lindgren, then the 82, so on and so forth. 85, 82, 46, 51, 67, 05. Gerald rounds out the top 10. Convo came out 15th, and you see some guys just now entering. But it is 2 cars. It is Elijah Innes and Jackson Sims. Rich Jet looks like he took a wave. He did not. Guess he pitted on lap 19. Is that accurate, or did it not register? Okay, that's just. Oh, wait. Oh, he did not actually get to go into his box. So, might be with the 80 coming out, he didn't spot it. But that'll put him a little bit off sequence track position-wise, but he should be able to. I'm assuming he's got enough fuel to come back around. He'll just start at the tail end of the line. Yarnell. These guys are just now getting back around to their box. Lafrene's back out there. You see, he's got a lot of damage now, probably just from all the off-track excursions, trying to fight his, the wheelbase. Matthew Durr has got a hood back on it, and they have beat that thing into shape.
It doesn't feel as.
So I don't know
fun
why.
with
I
the
wonder
hood
why he came in then, right before that. Unless it was it might have been it could have been a fuel thing with him because he was a little bit off sequence with everything. Look at him, and he's been in pit road for 2 minutes. He's been in his box for 1:45, so that's a ton of damage. He's down and away, doesn't even need the rest, but Bouchon's there, and Lafrene obviously got big problems. There's not a whole lot of laps for him, or spots for him to gain, so like I said, maybe just leave and don't fall back anymore, because he's kind of already passed everyone that he. You don't want to fall further back to the lap here is time. Out of the race is Brett Bennett, Ethan Ball, Brandon Muir, Diego Rodriguez, Nick Hansen, and Richard Pruitt. Wishon gets going. Lafrene said, I'll just fix the damage. Got bigger problems than that. Rich Jet was going to have to come back in. Drove by his box last time by, and it was super early, so he just missed it. At that point, you can't reverse. Risk of a DQ. 4 fresh tires, Sunoco Racing Fuel will get him to the end. Elijah Innes qualified second. Kept pace with Aiden Kirker early. Had a couple of quick laps before Kirker settled in and eventually took control of this race, but he now has the track position. 76 is right behind them. We'll see how aggressive they want to get here.
There hasn't been a whole lot of aggression so far in the race, at least not near the front.
But what we got? 42, 65. We're going to have 22 laps to go. Still not a concern. Just 22 of the best laps you can get to the end. Chris Claude. I thought he got his lap back, but I guess he was 2. In the 64, fighting for the lucky dog, Jared Wishon 2 laps down. Rene still on pit road. The whole field should be with the pack now. John Wilco just now catching up. T8 on the lead lap. .31 running, 32nd to 38th on pit road. Nick Hansen's been there for over an hour. So he's out of the race for all intents and purposes. So he's still on pit road. He's just hanging out. Engine's off. Lafrene could be battling more hardware issues. Potentially. Let's just say 31 running. Could be the final restart of the night, so important for everyone to mind their P's and Q's. Don't get themselves spun out and all the way to the back of this field with no cautions to bunch you back up. Super important moment of the race right here.
We can only hope not, want a good, clean restart, no shenanigans, no problems, just fire off and run your race.
Final stage, it's all set up, it's all led up to this. Elijah Innes finally out in control, and we're back underway.
You got a big jump there.
Aiden Kirker already to P2. Let's see what kind of move we do into turn number 1. He's going to make a big send here to the inside. 70 should be clear. Oh, out in front. No, he does not. 76 gets a great bite. We'll have the inside. How aggressive do you want to play this? And already back to the lead. How about that for a statement?
And I want to say the 70 played it safe, did not, cut across through turn 1.
Oh, big trouble through the S's, right in the middle of it all. There's, I believe that's that 53 of Moynihan.
Oh, no. Car got lifted up off the ground. Man. Yeah. I'm going to say you jinxed it.
No way it was the O2 again with the front and the... It's almost a carbon copy. Except he's the one that's getting lifted off the ground this time instead of Moynihan. But this is just a lot going on here. 29 machine. Why did it skip through him? What did happen there? Oh, come on. There he is. 29 machine of Jordan Smith, Claude Furland. And yeah, there's car inside. Contacts made. And he gets kind of hit. He's right back in the racing line. 42 machine of Bradley Guns right there. Osborne's in it. Moynihan. The 91 Vaughn. Matthew Durr again. Rich Jet. Ultimately causing the track blocker caution had to be thrown there. And good news for long as the 10 and the 64 didn't go on, that's going to be the 10's lucky dog. So Chris Klon says thank you very much. But let's take a look at this move from your race leader. What a move it was from Aiden Kirker. Gets a great jump. He's right on the back of the 70. 26 tried to time it. Got played there just a little bit. He fell back to 4th. Just a big move there. Even on the inside, the 70 slides the tires. You can see the tracks. Just locks it up. Too much rear brake. And that kills his whole run down the hill into turn 2. And at that point, you don't want to take yourself out of a good position. Aiden Kirker back to the race lead. Just like that. This Claude should be your lucky dog. It gives us 29. Rene back out on track. In case something happens, nobody's imminently going to be. Nobody in front of him is off track, so right now staring 32nd in the face, unfortunately. And that'll give us 2 cars, 1 lap down. Kneebone and Wishing. And when you read, I mean, you shouldn't get another caution. You would think. You just. I mean, you never know. But 2 cars. They'd love for 2 more cautions somehow, some way. To be like, hey, let's just all get back on the lead lap. Let's have fun with this. And I'll be racing for positions down the stretch.
Hey, take a little weak spin into turn 1, please.
Yeah. Plus, it would speed up the cautions by 1 lap. Because well, they're going to run themselves out of lap fairly quick at this point. It was 22, but it's going to get low pretty quick here. They're going to be 15 laps to go before they know it. 20 as it is right now. Going to be at minimum 18 to go when we go back to green. This should allow just Claude to snake his way through a little bit, but the field's kind of cut him a break. They're all just scattered under pacing, but he is the lucky dog officially. Just gonna try and sneak on through. Most exciting part of the caution right here. Honestly, let's just see how he sneaks through here. You don't want to give yourself an off track. You don't want to accidentally give yourself a penalty. You don't normally go too wide through the S's. Mike McComa with a little bit of damage. Brockton Packard. Love to gain a couple more positions here. He's up now to 7th. He just got around Walker Thomas. Split the middle here. And he is back on the lead lap. Now has to go all the way around again. It's 64 to 17. They'll be battling for the lucky dog. What's the most difficult aspect of getting into sim racing?
Time?
Time and money. And it's,
I mean, like, it's not super cheap. You can find, like, the quote-unquote cheaper options, which still could cost a couple $100. I mean, that really depends.
Because it depends.
It
Depends on what your definition of sim is. Because a lot of people could say a set of Corsa is a sim, or Le Mans Ultimate could be a sim. I mean, Simcade. It depends on your definition. And I know the whole, iRacing is a simulator versus, it's a game. But objectively, for what iRacing has become and what people can use it for and what people, objectively use it for, you can call it a simulator. You can call it that. At the end of the day, it is a game for most people. But people treat it as a simulator for certain things. And it's probably, the complete package in terms of everything that you have iRacing. But obviously you have to pay the subscription to iRacing, which again I think it's fully worth it. Just league racing alone can be worth it. You don't even have to do any officials. You can get a group of your buddies and just race every Tuesday night, Monday night, or whatever. But you got to pay the initial subscription fee, which it's not crazy, but for some people, I understand it could be more difficult. You get a lot of base content that you don't have to pay for, but if you want to work your way up the different ladders, you want to do oval, you want to do prototypes, you want to do sports car, Indy car, there's different things. But if you plan on racing, like if you have the time, right, then it's the cost, because there's you get your entry level wheel and pedals. Some people play iRacing with a controller, not recommended, but they do. But it's almost you should get a wheel and pedal set, and then at that point, if you're that far into it, you're gonna want a better one. You're gonna want a better wheel. You're gonna want better pedals. You're gonna want a third monitor for an overlay, or you're gonna want triples. And then eventually you're going to want a whole cockpit set up, a nice little seat to sit in, and you're going to want...
I feel like after that point, you're that's more than getting into sim racing. I feel like
right.
the basics to it really does come... I mean, you can say the money, and the money definitely is, but once you're into it, like, the hardest part is the time, the effort to actually put in, like the motivation. Motivation can be one of the most difficult things, because if you start out and I started on, dirt and a little bit of the oval stuff, and I was doing fine until I got up to, the next class, and, dudes were doing laps around me. And you lose motivation so fast when you realize the people around you are so much faster, because they're putting in more time. They either have setups or, again, it's just experience.
But there's something in it for everybody. That's the great part about it. You will find something you want to do, or your niche that you're really good at. Like, the special events make iRacing alone worth it. You do a Daytona 24 with a bunch of your buddies, and you win the darn thing. I was fortunate enough to win the event with our team this year, and that was just a super cool experience, man. We've been in league races. We got 3 of our buddies. We're pushing through Talladega. We're 4 wide, having a great time. We're sitting here now broadcasting a super cool race with a bunch of fast drivers and some good racing. We make a little money off of it at the end of the day. I mean, it's super cool overall. But at the first, it's a lot of a knowledge thing too. Like, okay, what do I want? I got to get in. How do I drive this car? What am I looking for? Setups. Do I need a wheel? Like, it's a lot. You got to look up some stuff, learn a little bit. But it's fully recommended. This is just cool stuff at the end of the day. That's an excellent question. I got a little soapbox here. I was preaching. But it's so much fun though. I mean, you can do whatever you want. You could take these cars to a dirt track and have a smash-up derby. I mean, you can do literally whatever you want. Take Indy cars to Eldora.
I think we've done something like that. It was
it's just,
Or, no, it was the Formula V's around Bristol. That was fun.
But I'd recommend this 10 out of 10 and forever. I mean, it's so cool. But the final answer is time, and then a little bit on the money side. But speaking of the money, the pay window is open. We got 18 to go. Inside of 20 to go. A little bit of a lockup there from the 70. We're beating and banging now into turn 1. I thought we would. There's 4 wide everywhere. Look at that.
Surprisingly, no one going around able to keep it straight.
Nobody got punted. I mean, there was some beating and banging, but nobody got punted. Well done. I mean, this has been an overall fantastic race. These guys are doing a great job for a very difficult track. No one has hit a tire barrier. Like, they have not beached it. Oh, well, there's Ross Brockman. That's not the desired racing line there. Oh, what in the world? Was that another equipment failure? It had to have been.
It looks like a lot of net code, potentially.
Oh, he just loses it, and then... What is the ratio of the steer? Did you see how quick he overcorrected? Oh, my goodness.
Oh, we're going to have contact here with this Claude Furlan. We're battling. Oh, he's sending him around. He's angry.
Zach Osborne, he's been in a lot.
Oh, he's getting someone else. He's getting
point ahead. What on earth? We got so much to look at. Where's the window? Where's the picture in picture? Oh, he went and got him. Oh, we've lost composure.
Oh man.
Oh, and then he got Henderson. Oh no. And then Moynihan almost got it. Oh
By the
my
way,
goodness.
There's only a car in between Claude Furland and Osborne.
Oh boy.
This ain't over yet.
It's not over, fellas.
We're going into turn 1 right now.
Oh boy.
Oh, he's not.
Get your lick back.
Oh, he's going for it.
Oh,
no, he's not.
91 was in the way.
Zach Osborne just.
Or 31, I believe. That
Wow.
was Eric. Wait, no. Was that the 31? No. Why did I say 91? Yeah, he just spun it. It was going. Look at this. They're all over the place. Furland off the track.
He's trying to chase down.
Trouble! Oh no! He played himself. Oh no!
Oh, no.
Oh, how embarrassing! Battle for the lead. Wait, what happened to Kirker in all of this? Kirker's 3 seconds back. What is happening? What happened? We gotta find it. He's under severe pressure. Here we go. Oh, he was just slow. What happened? Something happened. Something broke.
The world?
There was no logic. Just slow. Just wasn't going fast.
Oh, we've got a caution.
Oh, you're joking. Holy smokes.
I don't see anything super obvious.
What happened now? I think they just told everyone to calm down. Oh my goodness.
Claude Furland at? I don't believe it was Claude Furland, but I don't know where this was.
That was because he went way off track. And that was what we saw, but nothing here. Yeah, no, there is nothing from that. Claude threw it, so something, he was behind him. Was there so much stuff all over the track that he felt, we saw that, but he threw it a long time later. I don't know what happened. I'm trying to bring Corbin in on this for race control purposes. I don't know.
So, I'll go ask a question. I'm gonna see if I can get an answer.
Okay. While you do that, we got some other stuff to look at. Here was the Aaron Mack. He goes around just a little bit there. Zachary Osborne, I think he was going to go punt him. He was going to get Furland back. He was kind of, I don't know, but he dives to the inside. Moynihan gets a touch there. 2 spots for free. Nathan Yarnell in all of this. A little bit further back, big send uphill.
I did not get any clarification.
Just has to take evasive maneuvers.
Just supposedly there were a lot of incidents and maybe so many people talking over each other. Accident happened.
Ross Brockman a little loose. That is an interesting spot to go around there. I don't think anyone's ever seen that part of the track before. We'll just keep reviewing all this fun stuff, man. So they're getting into it. This was the initial ones. I don't think we actually saw this. 16 Osborne makes a big move, hops over the curb, definitely gets Furland uncomfortable, and moves on by him. Furland doesn't appreciate it, just absolutely drives through him. Just takes him out. Furland goes on. Osborne rewrites himself, and he takes out Henderson. Almost gets Moynihan. I mean, here we go. Here's the 64 machine right on the restart. And it was that was the threshold was because how slow everybody was going. That was the only reason it said they crashed. O2 of Matthew Durr. And he says, I'm going to be super... Look at the people trying to sneak on through. That's just... He's like, I'm out of the way here. I don't want any part. And that was all that. And we saw the... Hayden Kirker He just slowed down, it looked like. Does he want to give himself a challenge or something? I'm not sure. Don't see him in voice currently. Can't go ask him. Whew, my goodness. And we're going to have 13 to go when we get the restart. Something like that. It will not be a concern for anybody. A little bit of beef out there somewhere in the world. Most of it in Austin, Texas right now. We are setting up for a barn burner of a finish.
I can't wait to see if Kirker drives through, not really a field, but he's got 4 cars in front of him. That's enough of a battle. Don't think anyone's going to roll over and just let him go by.
Who got the lucky dog? Was it Wishin? Yes, because not. Well, I guess he got around. Yeah, he would have gotten around the 64 at exchange. It looks like we lost Ross Brockman from the lead lap, so we still have 2 on the lead lap. Or battling for the lead lap, that is. And they're not done beating and banging, that's for sure. Alright, no, Brockman, it says he's on the lead lap. I'm not sure. And then the 64, that would track as him being the only one a lap down. 50 points. Oh, no, he is on the lead lap. Okay. Yeah, Wishing got the lucky dog. Brockman was just kind of tail end on a long pit stop. And the 64 is hoping for one more caution. And everybody's back on the lead lap. And then Lafrene can get 7 laps back. Oh, that was... Yeah, I guess he has to drop to the... Alright. Hayden Kirker back to 5th. He has the inside line here. Elijah Ennis has slightly older tires. Take a look. He last pitted 14 laps ago. Same deal with Jackson Sims. They pitted on lap 37 as opposed to lap 41. They pitted right before the end of stage 2. Everybody got 4 tires. Daniel Moynihan pitted under that caution, the second most recent caution, and he was on pit road for a long time. That's why it says repairs. Here will be an interesting one. Lafrene's been on pit road 13 minutes, longer than estimated considering his stops. Elliot Henderson 6 minutes. Wishin about 6. Moynihan 4. No surprise that these guys are a little bit lower down the order. They've been on pit road for an extended length of time. Not Walker Thomas. So he's been on pit road. He had at least one extended stop of about a minute. He sits P4 with a chance to win it. but it's been dominated by Aiden Kirker.
Yeah, but he's going to have to fight his way back. I still have faith in my pick to win.
Fastest lap of the race, though, is actually Brent Kingcott by 0.02 of a second over Elijah Innes. Kirker actually has the third fastest lap. Current race leader, though, just a tiny bit off, and then Jared Wishin down in P29. He's back on the lead lap with the 5th best lap time in this race. So
he's got a shot now.
I mean, he'll make some moves here. I'm sure of that. Everybody's gonna. He's trying to catch the field. Brockman will not catch the field. Wishin will catch the tail end here, though. That is good. Brockman, I mean, he might catch it, but here we go. Gotta go blimp here. This is gonna get interesting. We're back underway. Lindgren gets a great jump. Kirker's back at him. He's all over him here. So he's going to make the move 3 wide instantly. Oh, 67 nearly to the back of the 70. Kirker picks up 2 spots. Up to third.
Everybody want to make it clean?
Oh, that's nearly trouble with the 67 to the 82. Kingcott through to 4th. All right. Lindgren, 7/10 clear. Innes going to be under a lot of pressure. Slightly older tires.
Osborne goes around.
Oh, that's going to be trouble. That's a track blocker if I've ever seen one. It broke the CPU again. The back of the field. We keep that one? I don't understand.
I mean, again, it was a 1-car incident, I guess, but I mean, 3 cars were mildly involved. I'd say more than mildly. Elliot Henderson's now all the way back here.
And that's going to be Alex Princeton. Little overcorrection into Osborne there. Bradley Gunn. Zachary. Oh, that's just a tough break there for the Zacharys, and poor Elliot Henderson nowhere to go. But here we go. Oh, 70 sent it really hard up over the curbing there. He's blinking a tad bit. Kirker still remains third, 1.3 seconds behind Lindgren. Kingcott trying to close the gap. Walker Thomas right there as well. Two seconds separate your top 5 here in COTA with 12 laps to go. Everybody up over the curves there. Everyone's hitting the apexes. Minto and Fitzgerald battling away. This is the battle for 10th. Quad Furland. Unscheduled stop. Brockman was in and out. Fixed more damage under green, hoping for another yellow. They're flying now. Gap stable to second. Dominant car of the day by far. It's 1.3 seconds behind the race lead, coming to 11 laps to go. Walker Thomas all over the back of Brett Kingcott and actually has to take evasive maneuvers, and he'll lose a couple of tenths.
There was contact there. I heard a loud thud. I do hope we get an explanation this time, like as to what happened to the 76. Whether
he's closing in now, though. He made up 3/10 in the second half of this lap. He is there. Over the curbing. Be in the draft, and Innes is even closing in on Lindgren. So these two battling is kind of what Kirker wants to see. He says, make that send right now. I'm right there, and I'll catch both of you. Fastest lap of the race. First man into the 139s is Elijah Innes in race trim. Personal best for Lindgren and Aiden Kirker. They're the only 3 outside of Jared Wishon, who's not a factor currently. And even Heat. So these are the only... Actually, wait. King Kong, of course. The front 4 are the only ones that have run a 140 or lower. Only Elijah Innes has run a 139. He led in practice, qualified second, but Kirker took over the first 2 stages of this race. Won the first 2 stages. And trying to complete perfection. Not every lap led, but... Oh, Lindgren goes a little wide. Pole stage wins in the race lane. But 10 laps to go. Gap relatively stable on this lap. Back Jackson Sims trying to make a move on Jeremy Brown. Moynihan on Sylvain Jolie, who's putting Fitzgerald under some pressure. Osborne, Elliott Henderson, Jordan Smith's closing in on Claude Furland. Further back in this field, just inside the top 30, we go back to the battle for the race lead. Turn number 1, a little bit of an overcorrection from Innes, and here comes Kirker. And there goes Kirker. Innes gave it right up.
I think he had a slowdown because his last lap time is invalidated.
Interesting. But Kirker through to second, I guess, on that bobble from Innes.
Yeah, because Innes, the lap before I was going to bring it up, ran a 139.9. Obviously very fast, and then all of a sudden, no lap time, and I believe he was getting the spot up.
Maybe he thinks, hey, this is the dominant car of the race. Let him get up there. And this is just a theory. Like, hey, that was my best lap. I can't catch him. I'm going to be stuck. Let's let the guy that's led 90% of the race see if he can go battle. And then I'll just be right there. We'll have, I'll be right back in the fight. I mean, he's not out of it. Of course, he's right behind him. Maybe he's like, hey, you go up there and you guys wreck each other. Road course, inside of 10 laps to go. You're going to beat and bang for the win. So maybe that's a consideration. Thomas trying to apply the pressure. Moynihan trying to get back up to the top 10. He was up in the air. He's a little sideways there. Gavin Fitzgerald, an eventful race. It's in the top 15. Mike McConville, your biggest mover as it stands. A great result from him. Left rear's all caved in, but he is making it work for now. Four-tenths of a second back. Ingram's been in a podium position pretty much the entire race. Innes half a second back off of the 76. The tires are a little bit older. I wonder if that had anything to do with it. It looks like he went a little wide there. Definitely lost about 2/10 through that corner. Kirker using more of the track. He's about half a lane wider, and look at the dividends it paid there. Getting about 2/10 on corner entry. Top 3 have separated themselves. About 4 seconds back to Brett Kincott and Walker Thomas. It's a 3-car show here for the race win. Coming to 8 laps to go. And I'll say this in defense of Lindgren. I haven't seen him really have a bobble. Can he just be...
Man, you're real.
Like, I'm just, like, we'll just say it. Like, Aiden Kirker had a random... Aiden Kirker had a random issue. He slowed down, went to 5th. We saw Innes have his bobble through turn 1. Obviously, immense pressure right now to the back of that 85 machine. But he's been very consistent. Now that he's got the track position, can he put that car in the right spot? But here comes Aiden Kirker to the inside. Can Lindgren get the run? No. I don't even think he did anything wrong. That's just the 76 saying, okay, I'd like the lead back, please. How about that?
You were doing everything in your power to jinx Lindgren.
What did he do wrong there, though? Like, let's back
I'm
this
not
up.
saying he did anything wrong. Like,
He just
you're
got in the
saying, oh, I
draft.
haven't seen a
Like,
ball out of him.
it was one-on-one. He finally used, like, he just stayed in the draft, disciplined, and made the move to the inside. And now is pulling back away. 70's right there, applying the pressure. I'm confused. It had to have been a slowdown. As all of a sudden, Kirker from 5th back to 1st. 7 laps to go. You assume it's well within his reach again. Unless he has a bobble or a problem or we get a late caution. There is Jeremy Brown, Jackson Sims. Here's Trent Curtis. Aaron Mack in the 31 machine, trying to put the pressure on Nathan Yarnell, who goes a bit wide. Mack can have a chance to look to the inside here if he wants it. 5, though, recovers. Does a nice job there. Yarnell back into the top 20. He was able to stay on the lead lap at the end of stage 1. Does a nice job. Aaron at a top 20. Turn 1, they're about dead even on the brakes. Look out, Jeremy Brown! Oh, boy.
Oh, big lockup.
These two going at it. Now, don't hit him in the right rear. 51 back through. No, 26, hang on to it. Hang on to it. Here comes Brockton Packard. He's going to have the run to the inside. Does he make that aggressive move? He's loose. He locks it up.
They're fighting for every position.
Hiker a second out in front. Lindgren through to second still. Half a second in front of Innes. And here's Jared Wishon. We mentioned him. Not a factor, but he's gained 15 spots since the restart. Take a look at his progression. He's finally able to climb back after being stuck a lap down through the entirety of stage 2. He's currently P14. But here's the lap chart for Aiden Kirker. Just a couple of ticks there in the last couple of laps, down from 5th back up to 1st. Battle for 2nd is Innes trying to get back around. He's going to pinch that the 85 machine, excuse me. He's going to have the preferred line here, and he'll take the spot away. 1.7 seconds behind. And a great recovery drive. He's done it twice. Elijah Innes has. Don't think he has anything left to challenge.
We're on lap 60. Going to give a shout out to my pick to win. Jared Wishon back in the top 15 after restarting dead last. Having to get his wave around. Lucky dog. Like,
the last 5 laps. Aiden Kirker, now about 3 to 4 tenths quicker. The only man in the 140s. And no surprise that the drivers with the fastest 5-lap average are 1 through 5. There is no surprise about that. Zach Lindgren, Elijah Innes nearly dead even, and you can see is Lindgren right behind Elijah Innes. 70 goes a little wide. 85. He's going to take a peek to the inside here. Turn 16. And they'll be side by side on the front stretch. During that update, now 0.6 of a second quicker. And it's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Over the last 5 laps. Got an incident here with Jeremy Brown, Trent Curtis, as they worked through turn 16 here. Big move from the 51, and that was not going to work. And he just said, I might as well just keep going. That is a rough beat there.
Man.
And if Jeremy Brown gets back to Trent Curtis, I don't think he'd be too happy about that. But 3 seconds with 5 to go, that is a tall task for anybody.
Yeah, but it's 5 long ones.
Oh, hey, through turn 1 here, 29-16. Huge lockup. 29. Through turn 1 has to give that back. Chris Claude under pressure from Ross Brockman. They're battling all the way down into 29th. 30 cars still on the lead lap. Arnell under pressure from Elliott Henderson. Brady Gunn under pressure from Aaron Mack still. Jeremy Brown. Some pressure from Moynihan. Packard under pressure from Brad Peters. Peters will be in the draft down the front stretch. And is starting to be a little bit more comfortable. Gordon Smith off track further back, and he is around through the S's. No caution. Or not through the S's, through the stadium section there. Three laps to go this time by as Curtis closes in. Jeremy Brown not making any headway. Rene. Slow through 1 continues. Big send here from Trent Curtis. He showed it. Not able to make it stick. Innes closed in a bit on that last lap. He's closed about 2/10 through the stadium section in 15 and 16.
Yeah, but you'd have to be perfect.
Last lap. Elijah Innes. Wicker Kirker about 4/10 off, a little wide there for the 76. They both gained a significant amount of time there. And another little bit here through the S's. He's closing again. 1.1. Something is wrong again with the 76. 1 second the gap. He's lost a second in the last lap. Then pulls back out to 1.3. So he was slow through the S's and then had a great run through 7 and 8. 70's pushing. He's absolutely sliding through the corner. That's going to kill his momentum. Lindgren's right there. And Lindgren just, it's like, hey, I want second, but maybe just focus on the leader for a second. He had a bobble there or something, but the 70 sliding all over, they can't get out of their own way. And whatever the problem there was with Kirker, he's going to take that advantage right back and then some. As they have gapped Kingcott by 5 seconds to 4th. So the battle for the podium, I mean, the podium is pretty much set unless they wreck each other. Just a matter of who gets second, who gets third. But they were within a second heading into turn 7, and then he gained 1.7 seconds from turn 8 to the start finish.
He's just playing with them.
Got bored. Said, hey, I want to see you guys fight. out of my rear view mirror. Big move here from the 67. Both loose. 82 off track. Holds the position. For now. And I will say, it's not a matter of the 76 having that bobble, though. The 70 was pushing so hard, and he fell a little bit back, and just, I mean, he was spinning the tires a little bit. He fell back on his own. He was having his own issues. Three-way fight here. Looks like that's 7th, 8th, and 9th. Back to Trent Curtis. Lindgren closing in again. Gap from 2.7 to 2 seconds. A little bit of lap traffic. But we're going to head to the white flag. This time by. .9. 0.8, 1.7. So I think he's just being very cautious with the lap traffic. Going to be Chris Claude, who will be super respectful. 1.6. And we'll get a draft, white flag. This time by. Race is official. He's obviously going to have to make the send. Now there's nobody in between these two. 1.8 the gap through turn 1. Lindgren a little bit quicker. Under 43 flat. It was a second quicker, but when you're 2 seconds back, doesn't do you that much good. Through the S's for the final time. They're swapping positions further back. Kirker, 1.7.
51 went around. Trent Curtis.
I'm sure Jeremy Brown was very upset to see that. 1.8.
Actually, he caused it.
Yeah, let's, yeah.
I mean, you can take a look at it. I'll let you know if Aiden Kirker's getting caught into the final corner.
2 seconds. We'll take a look at it post-race.
Yeah.
Through the stadium section, it seemed shaky at times. He had a random, not a slowdown penalty, but he just... I mean, it could have been a slowdown, that original issue when he went from 1st to 5th. We didn't see the off-track. It says he doesn't have any off-track, so forget that. No idea, but he randomly slowed at times and made it interesting. But nevertheless, Aiden Kirker, with a dominant performance, pole, won both stages, led the most laps, is not going to get the fastest lap, but he's not going to care because he's the winner of the Focused Health 250 at COTA.
Just utter dominance.
When he needed it.
I mean, that's the only way to really describe today.
Mac Lindgren and eventually holds off Innes for 3rd. That's your podium. Kingcott holds off Walker Thomas. We still got a couple of battles to finish, and Jeremy Brown is in the pit lane for what I'm assuming is the issue with this man. Trent Curtis, and how many spots are they going to lose? Here comes Wishin, who's going to get 11th for all his troubles. Fitzgerald, McConville, Matthew Durr trying to finish it out. Or to Smith off on his last lap. There's the start-finish line. Right there. Those two celebrating.
Oh, we're going to have a bobble out of the final corner. Is that Zachary Vaughn potentially losing a spot there to Elliott Henderson? Man.
Let's take a look at the Trent Curtis incident. Yeah. Yeah. He went and got him, man. He absolutely went and got him. Holy smokes. And so they both were assessed a drive-through penalty coming to the checkered flag. Because let's take a look back a couple of laps earlier. This was lap 60. will say one was much more egregious uh, than the other. I understand why the 46 was upset. Totally get it. But then he takes the white flag on lap 65. 5 laps later, he does catch him. Trent Curtis, man, that's, yeah. Yeah. And so he's going to end up 12th. Curtis ends up 16th with his drive through. Matthew Durr, without a hood earlier, gets a top 15 right where he finished. Mike McConville comes home with a top 15. He's your biggest mover here tonight at plus 15. Didn't think we said both of that. Didn't think we'd say that tonight.
Yeah, no, not really.
But Aiden Kirker gets it done here at COTA. And these guys don't know us. Lindgren has seen us. Elijah Ennis doesn't know we exist. Neither does Aiden Kirker. So don't know if we'll get... yeah, he's there. Two of them. Let's give me 1 second. Get everything set up. To result in the podium. All right, let's do it. Here with your race winner tonight, Aiden Kirker in the 76 machine. Started on pole, won both stages, led the most laps, and had to fight for a little bit more in the final stage, but nevertheless comes through with a perfect race and wins the whole darn thing. A fantastic night overall. Nice to meet you. Great first impression. Congratulations on the win here tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It was a fun race. I haven't really been. I'm sorry, I haven't done an interview in a while, so I'm gonna stutter like crazy. Yeah, it's a fun race. Started from the pole, and like you said, won both stages. Kind of tripped on my own, or I screwed myself, and got a couple cutting the course penalties and dropped us back to 5th. But just kind of was patient, a little aggressive on one of the restarts in turn 1 to get in a good position in 3rd, but just had to be patient and wait for Eli and Zach to kind of run their stuff off. And then Eli was kind enough to let us go through, and then we just were able to challenge Zach in the last corner and set us up for a good pass in turn 1. And then from there, it was just controlling the race, controlling my tires. I did kind of burn them off. I didn't have much rear grip at the end. So I was a little concerned that they're going to catch me, but they didn't have enough time. So worked out in our favor.
It was a fun one. So the slowdown answers our question. They were like, hey, he's so far ahead. He gets down all the way back to 5th. It was a heck of a slowdown then. And then you take the lead back with the good move on the front stretch, and then it's like, oh, I'm 2 seconds ahead. They get all the way back to within 1 second, and then they start fighting each other again, and that's the best thing anyone can see in the rearview mirror. And you just kind of control to the end, manage the lap traffic well, and pick up the pole, the 2 stage wins, and the race win. So congratulations on a dominant performance, and we'll let you get any shout-outs in if you have any.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout-out to Elite Motorsports. Good group of guys. Been racing with them for years now and never gets old. And, we brought a really fast Moza 76 Ford Mustang to the track. Back-to-back weeks, we've had the dominant car. Just this week, we were able to capitalize on it. And we'll go to Phoenix next week and try to get another one.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on the win here tonight, and we'll see you next week at Phoenix.
Yep, appreciate it.
Here with your runner-up tonight, Zach Lindgren, the 85 machine. Started 3rd, got 1 spot, would have loved to, and looked late like he could have gotten it. Drove a great race, clean and consistent all night long, and not much more you can ask for on a road course. A very challenging one at that.
Yeah, this track is super challenging. I missed this race last year. I joined the league just after this race, so I didn't get a chance to run it last year, so kind of coming in, I was kind of green to it. I didn't really know where the points were and where the throttle pickups were and all that fun stuff. So coming into it kind of green, it was it was a fun experience to get up and run up front like that. And while I was around Aiden, trying to learn as much as I could from him, he was the class of the field, especially in that second stage when you gap somebody by 11 seconds in 20 laps. That's pretty impressive. So, no, just trying to learn as much as I could and trying to keep it on track. I knew that the more I kept it on track, the cleaner the tires would be, and the cleaner the tires would be, the better chance I had. And like you said, right there at the last little bit, I knew he was going to be faster. I didn't really want to battle because it would have put us back into the clutches of Elijah, and I didn't really want a 3-car battle. So I figured if he's going to be faster right now, just try to give him some decency, not just lay over for him, but still kind of race him as much as I could. And he just gapped off from there. So, I mean, kudos to Aiden. He ran a fantastic race, but would have liked that one extra spot. But considering the last 10 laps and how it was looking there for a little bit, I'll take a P2.
Absolutely. Able to keep it clean, too. Obviously, racing for the lead. Good work by everybody involved to not, we've seen some crazy real-life road course finishes, but you guys kept it clean and respectful. You and Aiden fighting for the lead, and then Elijah obviously getting up there and mixing it up. Kept it clean, though. So it made for a fun, exciting finish and a well-deserved podium. So congratulations on the runner-up here tonight, and we'll let you get any shout-outs in if you have any.
I appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, just give a shout-out to all my elite team members. We ran... most of us had a pretty good day. Some of us had an up and down day right there at the end. But, I mean, I think we all ran really well. Aiden, Brad, Walker, Jared, Jeremy, Nate. It's just the culmination of everybody just kind of sharing information is helped push this team forward. So a huge shout out to them. The admins doing what they do, putting on this thing each and every week. I know it's not an easy task to do, so a huge shout out to them. Shout out to you guys for being up here in the booth, dedicating your time. We very much appreciate it. I feel like the O'Reilly's series has been arguably one of the better of the three, so it's cool to finally have some representation and a little bit of broadcast, so very much appreciate that. Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation for being on the car, NASCAR Diecast fans for also being on the car. That's all I really got for right now.
Absolutely. I brought a full field to COTA, so that's pretty incredible to see from the series. So congratulations again on the podium, and we'll see you next week in Phoenix.
Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you.
What a race here tonight at COTA. Get the results up on the screen. Oh, from the race. There it is. That's what you like to see. 51 out of 65 laps led. Lindgren 2.1 back. Elijah Innes 4.1 back. We'll fill out more of the team names for next week. We'll fill out our DNQ chart for next week. We'll have some more things updated. Could be a good one next week. But we're back tomorrow night for some more right turns at a different track at Long Beach. We're heading out west. We got to get driving there tonight. Art, any final thoughts at COTA?
It was good. Again, we had a dominant car. We had cars that looked like they could keep up. I think we're gonna get a lot worse tomorrow. Like, there's will likely be someone who will be the class of the field, but considering it's a track that I don't know if anyone else has really raced, especially these vehicles on. Like, COTA's been somewhat of a staple for NASCAR for a little bit. People know COTA. I don't think anyone's gonna know what's gonna happen tomorrow.
There will be one
I'm ready
person
for it.
that probably smacks, and then we'll just see.
Yeah.
Appreciate the NSRL guys trusting us to do their Monday Night League. So appreciate that opportunity. Good to see a lot of familiar faces. Hope we can see some more tomorrow night. Hope we see some Riley guys tomorrow night as well. Get that crossover. You want to be broadcasted by us, then I understand it. But yeah, fun race. We're back tomorrow night, same time for Long Beach in the trucks, and then we'll probably see you guys this weekend for some Wreckfest. Back next Monday night for Phoenix. So multiple broadcasts per week. Feels like we're back on our prime. Looking forward to it, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night, 8:15. Y'all take care.